So we've got this 2011 Honda Odyssey and the AC's not working, so we found a leak in the discharge pressure hose. Pulled the Freon out. Now we have to change that hose. Stay tuned. Okay, I'm not sure, but I think we're going to have to take this cover off here so to get to the discharge hose. The reason I knew it was leaking is because it had AC refrigerant all over it. But mostly, I mean, what they were complaint was about was leaking oil all over. They had a they had a transmission. One of the cooler hoses on the transmission was leaking, so we took care of that. All these push tabs we got to take out here and just to get this thing off. Bunch of push tabs there. Let's get this piece out of here. Let's see how that helped me. Well, it didn't help me at all. So I got to get down this side to the power steering. God, to the high side of the AC compressor down low. See if I can even see the doggone thing. Well, tell you what, let's go up through the grill and take it up because there's a 10 millimeter down there we can get to and see if I can get to it from underneath. And there's the line coming right through this mesh grill right there. 10 millimeter nut that I got to take off with a swivel. All right, so it's an 8 millimeter and it's right up through here. It's at an awkward angle, but you can get it out this way as far as the part that goes to the condenser. At least I think I'm going to the right line unless I'm losing my mind. Hang on. I might be losing my mind because it may be the other one, but let's find out. A little tough to see, but straight up there, looking straight up is a 10 millimeter on that hose, and then the other hose does go up top. Sometimes I'm just being a dummy. So let's get that out of there straight up with a deep well 10 millimeter, quarter inch, and a long extension. So we're working straight up there. And actually, a quarter inch is not going to work. You're going to need a 3/8. Pulling this little thing back and getting that nut off of there. Now there's going to be a little bit of gas in this from the CO2 we put in there, so you may hear it release. About 10 pounds, I think it showed. Okay, let's pull it down and see if it makes a sound. Let's hear the sound. See, a little bit, not bad. Once you get that out of there, now we're going to let it down and see where that other top piece is at, how we're going to get to it. All right, looking down through there. And after that covers off, 10 millimeter right here. And I believe after we get that, we can pull this front grill out a little bit. Just enough to access the 10 right there. I'm going to use just a ratcheting gear wrench or something like that to get to it, 10 mil. I have a long one here. It might be too long, but reaching up through here. Get a view of that at all? Yeah, you can kind of see the hose right there. Now when we pull it out, we should be pulling it out through the engine side. We've got movement. We just got to get it to separate the seal. There we go. Let's see now if we can twist it out of there. It's really tight. Let's try to take it up this direction then. See if that's possible. Man, oh man. Not a lot of room any way you look at it there. Give this some thought for a second. I would rather not have to pull all this stuff out. If I have to, I have to, but let's see what's going on. So with finessing up in the engine side over here and working around, twisting it, turning it, you can bring it up just like that. And that's the way it's got to go back through and twist it back around. Part number for you. 56784. Now, just like this. I'm twisting it back down. I believe is the best way to do it. At least I think. Came out that way anyway. There we go. You ever take something out and then not go back the way you took it out? See if I can get it twisted around so that I can get it through there. Push down on it. I try to remember the way I twist things around. We're coming around. See if I can reach my hands down inside by the fan. Get us a little bit more room. Oh, it's cutting my arm. Catching my shirt. Oh, it's catching on a little tube there. There we go. I'm going to work both sides around. See how we look on this side because it's got to go straight down like that. I'm probably going to have to go down underneath it and pull it down through a little further. What you call live action right here. Let's see. That's crazy because I don't need much. And I'll be able to cheat this thing around and get it down in here. I gotta twist the heck out of it though to get this thing done. Hang on just a minute. Okay, my next step's going to be to go ahead and remove this grill. There's some push tabs down in there, straight down in. Let's go ahead and get this thing out of our way. Quit fighting it if we can, or if it proves me wrong again. And if we break them, we got new ones, so we're not worried about that. Yeah, we may have to just break them out or get a pick underneath it. They're brittle. That's pretty wild that the tops are breaking off of these. This is one of those days when you're shooting video and it's going to prove to be a tough one. Oh well, hey, that's why we get paid to do this stuff. Come on. All right, we busted that one out, sort of. We'll put a new one in that side. I'm working on the other side. You can't see me doing the same thing, and they're down low. Did I look up procedure? I did not. So that's what we were digging out of there right there. Then you should be able to just lift the grill up, pull it out. No, it's trying to be part of the bumper there. It sure looked like it would come out that way. See, probably should have looked at procedure or something. There ain't nothing working out for me here. But we were able to twist it a little bit more anyway. I got it twisted around. Let me look down on the inside again. Down in here where I can't show you, and stick my arms in there, in between the fan. Ugh. Catching on the shroud. There, got it. All right. Now I got to get some oil. Yeah, there's some oil actually there. Yay! Hey, we'll conquer this sucker before it's over here. Let's get the screws in this thing, man. Get on with it. All right, so 10 mil here, and we got to lift it up and do the 10 mil straight underneath the bottom. That's a boring video, this one, I would say. Other than figuring out how to do it without looking anything up. Double check that with a regular wrench to make sure it's tight. That's good. Let's go ahead and put our grill back in and everything up top here, and then we can go underneath. Then we're going to be hooking up the evacuate and recharge this thing. Don't want to over tighten those, or you see that crack there. That's what happens. You can tell somebody's probably been there before. We'll put this top cover on there in a minute. We're just going to go down underneath.